The security guard requested ID. My father handed over his retired card. "She's with me," he said. "Just a civilian." I gave the guard a card with the presidential seal. The scanner lit right up. Yankee White Priority 1. The guard lifted the red phone. Open theft. VIP lane. Now my dad stared at Timmy in shock. What if the person who was supposed to be your biggest supporter actually undermined you for years? I thought I knew. But the day my dad introduced me as just a civilian at a high-security checkpoint, right before the guards scanned my badge with the presidential seal, that's when everything broke open. And honestly, what happened next, you probably won't see coming. Hey everyone, I'm Sonia, Major Sonia Richard. I'm 33, and I grew up with a pretty quiet military childhood. For years, I just let my dad believe I was his kid who worked on base, never really bragging about my career, even though I'd earned the kind of clearance most people don't even know exists. I stood by him, supported him, but in that moment at the gate, I drew a line that completely reshaped me. Let me back up a little, because the signs? They were always there. Little things, easy to miss if you weren't actively looking for them. But I was looking. I'd been looking for years. My dad retired from the Air Force after 22 years as a senior master sergeant, and E8. That's a huge deal. It's a rank that demands dedication, skill, and serious time. He was incredibly proud of it, and he absolutely should have been. He served well, he led airmen, he knew the system inside and out. Growing up, I practically memorized his ribbons before I learned my multiplication tables. I could tell the difference between a meritorious service medal and a commendation medal from across a room because he patiently explained what each one meant. He loved the Air Force, and through him, I loved it too. So, when I told him I wanted to commission, he supported me completely. He helped with my application to officer training school, drove me to medical appointments, and was right there when I raised my right hand and swore the oath for the first time. But that day, something shifted. I remember after the ceremony, he hugged me and said, "Well, now you outrank me, technically." It was a joke. We both laughed. But behind that joke, there was something else, something unspoken that neither of us addressed. Over time, that unspoken thing just grew. I started as a second lieutenant at 23. Fresh, eager, completely overwhelmed. I called him often in those first months. I craved his advice. He'd been enlisted, sure, but he knew how things worked. He understood the culture, the unwritten rules, the way rank and responsibility truly intersected. But when I asked him about navigating my new road, he'd deflect. "You're an officer now," he'd say. "You've got your own lane." At first, I thought he was just encouraging me to be independent, to trust my training, to find my own footing. But then it happened again. And again. When I made first lieutenant at 25, I called to tell him. He congratulated me, but the conversation was brief, almost rushed. He didn't ask about full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.